So this is 5.1a, part 3. So in this part, we're going to look at graphing equations. So we're going to start when an equation is in slope-intercept form. Okay. So the first thing you have to do is identify the y-intercept. So in slope-intercept form, the y-intercept is this number right at the end. So I'm going to graph my y-intercept onto my graph. So here it's at 4. So I'm going to find my center. And I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll graph that right here. Okay. So that's my y-intercept. Okay. Remember, my y-intercept is on the y-axis. Next, I'm going to find my slope. So here my slope is -2. Remember, it's a whole number, so over 1. And I'm going to use the same method I learned in the last chapter. Remember, the top number is up or down. So this means 2 down over 1 right. And then if I wanted to reverse directions, I could do 2 up, 1 left. So now I can plot some points. I can go 2 down, 1, 2, and 1 to the right. 2 down again, 1 to the right. 2 down again, 1 to the right. Like this. And then I could draw a line through those. Ooh, that's a terrible line. Let's try again. There we go, that's better. Okay, draw a nice straight line through those. Okay. So that's graphing if you're given slope-intercept form. You can also graph if you're given standard form and you have an extra step. Okay. When you're given standard form, you first have to convert it to slope-intercept form. So we're going to start off with x minus 4y is equal to 8. Okay. We need it to look like y is equal to mx plus b. So we're going to move our x over to the other side. So we'll subtract x from both sides. So we get minus 4y is equal to negative x plus 8. Then we don't want anything in front of the y, so we're going to divide everything by minus 4. So we get y is equal to, here are 2 negatives, this negative and this negative are going to cancel. And if there's nothing written in front of a number like this, or a letter, it means it's a 1. So this ends up being 1 over 4x. And then if you divide 8 by a -4, you get -2. Okay, so in this case, we have to first convert this. Now that we've converted it, we can take our y-intercept, here is -2. The y-intercept always goes on the y-axis. So we'll find our middle point and we'll go down 1, 2. So it's going to be right here. Okay. Then our slope. So what am I going to say? This is our y-intercept. Now for our slope, 1 over 4. So they're both positive. So we have 1 up over 4 right. Or we can do 1 down, 4 left, either way, okay? So we'll do 1 up, 4 right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll do the other way, 1 down, 4 left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's some points. So now I could draw a line in between those points. Okay. There's my line. So the steps for graphing, either way, you have to get into this form. So either you're starting with this naturally or you're transitioning to this. Your last number here, you're plotting first, always on the vertical axis, this vertical y-axis. Okay? And then you're counting using your slope. So now you're going to go to page 197 and try number 10, but only A, B, D, F, and H. Because the other questions are the third form, which we'll look at in our next lesson.